Welcome to the MLP story fan-made MLP Zebra that was corrupted. This MLP fan-made audio story was made by myself, Green Kenobi, and some assistance by Freddy, a friend of mine. It may have violence and gore. If you don't like that, you have been warned. This takes place in a thousand years after Season 9. None of this is canon. There are a lot of made-up characters I made. I hope you like. And you probably won't be getting a part 2 for a very long time because I wrote this all myself. And it took me 2 months just to make episode 1. So hopefully y'all enjoy this. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. Like where we left off in the trailer, we go back a few months ago. We see a vast forest with a small village hidden in it. We go to a house inside of a tree where we can see one zebra in the living room. Z, it is your time for guard duty today. Z is in his room working on something. Z, the person says as she bursts the door open. Z. He turns around. What do you need, my little sister? You're supposed to be on guard duty today. Sorry, your brother has been busy working on something, as he quickly hides it. He gets up and starts grabbing his stuff. Why do you work on this stuff? It never works. As she looks at some books and items lying around. Zora, these books and items I'm trying to make belong to our ancestors. But why make them if they just break? You'll understand when you're older. She gets a little mad at him. I'm not a filly anymore. I know you are not, but you are my little sister. Oh, I almost forgot. Today's your birthday. He goes to a shelf and moves some books out of the way, revealing a hidden box. He pulls it out and sets it on his desk. This is your birthday gift. What is it? You'll have to, open it to find out. As she gets closer to it, why don't you wait until I get back? You can take it with you, though. Now I want to know what's inside. As he's at the door, how about this? If I'm not back, let's say by midnight, you can open it. Well, have a nice day, sister. As he walks out, have a nice day, brother. As she stares at the box, we see Z walked by the trees heading towards an old building. Why did it not work this time? It was some old audio device. What did it say last time? Oh, right. It said, the mountains far east hold an old relic. If memory serves me right, that's a long journey from here. Month or more. At least. Maybe I should ask to head there. Later. He then arrives at the foot of an old building. Well timed to climb the stairs as he enters the building, and it's a mess. The doors are broken, holes in walls, and it's all dusty. He makes his way up the stairs. I know, I have been in this building a lot, but what was it used for? As he's wandering the room. As he passed an empty room. He then arrives at a door and walks in. The room has a big hole in the floor and a window. And he sees another zebra, older than him. You're late, Z. Sorry, I overslept. No, you didn't. You were working on trying to fix some old relic again. How'd you know? Tom. My daughter knows your sister, and you forget. And you forgot your gun. Luckily, I came with a spare. It is on the table. He walks towards the table, and where there is a pistol, binoculars, and a spear against the wall. He puts the pistol and binoculars in his bag. When you get back, Z, tell your little sister I said happy birthday. I will. Have you seen anything? No. Just some trees, and monsters passing by. He grabs the binoculars and looks into the distance. He sees monsters going through the streets of a destroyed city in the forest. He sets the binoculars down. So out of all these days, why do I have to be on lookout? Because there are only 4 people for the job. Me, you, and the other 2 at the north lookout spot. So, Tom, how long have you been doing this? Tom sits down in a chair. For about 20 years or so, I think. And nothing has happened in that time? That's not true. We've had some monsters get in, but we dealt with them. I just don't see the point. Listen, there are about less than 20 of us in the village. It's our job to keep them safe. You were given this job last year, so I can see why you don't understand. You would like to be with your sister, right? Yes, she is the only family I have left. I understand, but think of it this way. We are keeping her safe. You're right, Tom. I guess I just wanted to spend today with my sister. Z, you're just like your father. Always interested in the items and history of your ancestors. And most importantly, you love your family like he did. My father was like that too? Yes, he was. I remember when he first arrived at our village. He made his way through a lot of places to get here. I still have no clue where he was from. Where is he now? I don't know that, Z, but I do know he would not leave his children alone without a reason. Tom quickly gets up and goes to the broken window. Z, look over there. Is that what I think it is? He quickly gets the binoculars out of his bag. Yes, a signal fire. Let's go. Someone could be in trouble, Z. Z puts away the binoculars and then quickly runs down the stairs. As they reach the door, Tom stopped him. Wait, what is it, Tom? Take this. It's, a walkie-talkie. Why? In case we get separated. Because this is your first mission since you joined me at the lookout spot. One more thing. If you are in trouble, do not hesitate to shoot. It may be raiders. Raiders? Yes, they loot travelers and small villages. They also use people to their benefit. Like make them carry their stuff as bait. Now let's go. Yes, sir. They exit the destroyed building, their lookout spot. The street was covered with overgrown grass, broken parts of the street, walls, and vines. We see them walking towards the signal fire. They're walking closer to the wall, so nothing will surprise them. Alright, should be right over this corner. Stay alert, Z. shakes his head. Z shakes his head. Him and Tom turn the corner and sees the vines on the building are on fire. False alarm, it seems. Are you sure, Tom? Yes. Sometimes the monsters manage to set something on fire. I say we got lucky that it was not raiders. Z leans down to see what started it. It seems that one of the vines fell on an old fire. Tom quickly turns around. What old fire? That one. The one behind some rubble. Tom looks over behind the rubble. He checks the fire. It's recent. Z, get your gun out. Why? Get your gun out now. Tom then tackles him to the ground. A bullet flew by Z's head, hitting a wall. Tom quickly grabbed me behind cover. Or dragged me behind cover. Dragged Tom. Tom dragged Z behind cover. What was that? I don't know. I saw a sniper lens, then quickly got you to cover. Z is scared. Who is it? It's a sniper, maybe a raider. I'm not so sure. The sniper is pointing his gun at the rubble, waiting for movement. Okay, here's the plan. You go to the building across from us, where the sniper is. I will be the distraction. What about your daughter? She'll be sad if you die. Then take out the sniper quickly. I know it will be hard for you. And I know it will be hard for him to hit me. I'm not a guard for the village for nothing. But I don't make it. Tell my little girl. Her dad loves her. Z gets up. You better not die. I don't plan to. And I trust you to do the same. Of course, Tom. Good. He then dashes out from the rubble, quickly running down the road. As soon as the sniper saw him leaving the rubble, he fires, missing Tom's body just by an inch. The road was broken, with trees, vines, and rubble all over the place. I just need to buy time for Z to get to his position. The sniper follows Tom's movements. He's quick at least. His partner is down. I'm pretty sure. I nailed him in the head. When he slows down, Tom then turns to head to a wagon. The sniper fires again. Tom goes behind the broken wagon. The sniper gets a little angry. I won't miss a third time. The bullet that hit the wagon went right by Tom's head. That was close. Looks like he stopped moving. Probably to check his breath. Drop your weapon. We see the sniper is a green earth pony. The sniper looks back and sees a tired Z holding a pistol to his head. How? I thought I killed you. A exhausted Z replies. You can thank my friend. Flashback about 5 minutes ago, when Tom ran as a distraction. Z ran towards the building. The sniper was at the same time. Why did you have to be on the roof? I had to go through 5 flights of stairs. The sniper puts down his weapon. In Z's head, I made it. Tom gets out of cover where Z and the sniper were. So I see you got the sniper. Yes. Well, what is your name? Why should I tell you? Tom hit him on the head. Ow, what was that for? For someone about the same age as Z here, you have good sniping skills. Wait, he's the same age as me? Yes, Yes, why did you not kill me? You can say thanks to Z for that. Me? Yes, because I knew you would not kill him. What? That is not the point. Now tell me, why did you try to kill us? Because I'm a raider. That's a lie. Raiders do not have the skills, well, let's take skills like yourself. Well, let's take him back to our lookout spot. Well, come on. The sniper follows Tom. Z's behind him. Seems you'll be with us. So what is your name? It's Toxin. You're an Earth pony, right? Yes. So what about it? Just curious. You're right to be curious, but I'm more curious. Who trained you to snipe like that? Why does that matter? One, no raider I had to deal with had a sniper, and they were never alone. Wait, how do you know I was alone? Easy. It would have taken Z longer to get to you. You still have not answered my question. Why did you not kill me? Because we would like to avoid bloodshed, if possible. Right, Z? Yes, sir. Toxin's confused about the answer. They finally arrive at the lookout spot. So, what will happen to me? When it becomes nightfall, Z here will take you back to the village, and we'll decide what happens then. Well, let's get back to our posts. Z sighs, great, more stairs. They walk into the building, and we're walking up the stairs. So what are you two's village like? Well, there's not many of us. So just zebra ponies. No, we have some earth ponies, one unicorn. So not that very big. Tom speaks. Yes, it's not very big. And it's all the way out here, where no one thinks to look. There's also a Pegasus or two in the village. It's also nice there are not many of us, because if there were a lot more of these monsters and raiders that venture out this way would find us easily. Then why do you go where I was? I can answer this one. You had a signal fire. I was just cooking my food when a vine fell on my fire. They arrive at the door to the lookout room. What about you being on the roof, ready to fire at us? Survival of the fittest. Tom opens the door, and they walk in. Why don't you have a seat, Toxin? What, no ropes? No, try and tie me up? No, just no weapons. And I have to keep an eye on you. I can watch him. Tom? Z, why don't you make sure to keep a lookout for anything while I'm watching the prisoner? Fine. Z goes to the table and grabs the spear. I'm using the spear, though. It's fine, Z. Z walks out carrying the spear. He walks to the stairs. I wish I could spend today with my sister. He looks at a photo of him and his sister, then heads to the roof. I wish you were around, Father. When he gets there, the sun was shining and hit him in the eyes, but as his vision starts to clear, his eyes widen. A feeling of fear comes over him. He saw about 12 helicopters, and in the middle there was a blimp flying above the forest. But what scared him was not that it was not the blimp. It was the symbol that was on the blimp. It was a robot pony with red eyes. We look at the front of the blimp and see through the glass of the control room with about 20 ponies, unicorns, and Pegasus in chairs, working on panels. One of the ponies get up and go up to make a report. It is a dark blue unicorn in what to be a uniform. Sir, the scanners have picked up a life form. We see the one in charge is a cyborg. Half of his face is robotic, and his front 2 hooves are robotic. His skin is white. He is standing above everyone. What is it? It seems to be a zebra pony, sir. It must be from the small village. I was told to destroy. Where is he? Might be at this point. A lookout spot by the looks of it. Have a chopper destroy that building, and then send 2 robot Pegasus to make sure the job is done. After that, tell them to return to the blimp. Is there anything else to report? He looks at the pony, giving him the information. No, sir. Good. And one more thing. To you. Everyone looks at the one in charge. If he gets away, you'll be the one to pay. Do I make myself clear? The pony he is talking to has a sweat go down his face. Yes, sir. I will monitor them to make sure he stutters. Done, sir. The pony quickly leaves to do the order that was given. What is everyone looking at? Back to work. Everyone gets back to work. We go back to Z. He snapped out of his fear. I need to tell Tom about this. Now. He turns around and quickly goes for the roof's door. Why do they need to show up? Flashback. We see Z and his father on a tree, looking at the vast forest. We don't see his face, but he is a zebra pony. It's a beautiful up here. Father? It is. Listen, son, I brought you here for a reason, okay? Little Z looks at him. If you ever see this, he pulls out a paper with the robot pony with red eyes symbol. I want you to get your sister and run as far away from here as possible. Will you do that for me? Z smiles. Of course, father. His father pats with his hooves on his head. Good. He smiles. Let's get down. The flashback ends. We see him running down the stairs. I need to tell Tom and get my sister. He then makes it to the door and pushes it open. Tom, we need to go. Now. What's the problem? We are under attack. By who? Toxin is confused. I saw a robot pony with red eyes symbol on a blimp heading our way. Tom's eyes grow as if he knew what Z just said. Then we need to get out of here now. Toxin moves next to Z at the door. Does anyone else hear that noise? They look back to see a helicopter at the opening of the broken window. Get down! The helicopter starts firing its machine guns into the room, hitting all over the room. Z had grabbed Toxin and got out of the room, bullets hitting everywhere where they once stood. We see Z and Toxin are on the floor outside of the room. Z looks in and sees Tom using a table as a shield. Go, Z, warn the village! Z nods and starts to crawl towards the stairs, with Toxin following behind. When they get to the stairs, they get up and start running. We need to hurry. You can see them running down the stairs to the bottom. Z and Toxin ran out the door. Then they heard the helicopter stop firing. We have no time to waste. Let's go. Toxin, I thought I was your prisoner. How about this? You help us with this, I will let you go. Now, that sounds like a deal. They run as fast as they can. We go back to the pony running inside the blimp. He is running down the hall with pipes on the walls. He's running past some robot Earth pony guards to some sort of launch bay. The launch bay has a lot of black boxes and robot pony guards. He goes to a control panel in front of 2 boxes. I have to get this done or else my head is going to be the one on the line. He taps on the control panel. Programming something. Okay, everything is done. The doors underneath the 2 boxes open. Then they start falling. Go do your tasks. The pony is obviously a sweat going down his face. He is very worried, hoping that they do their job. We see the boxes falling. Then the 2 boxes sides all, break apart, fall off, revealing 2 robot Pegasus ponies are revealed. They are flying. Objective, eliminate a zebra pony. They make their way to the lookout spot. We go to Z and Toxin. They are jumping and running, trying to make it to the village in time. Toxin turns and sees a robot Pegasus heading their way. Sorry for this. Sorry for what? Toxin grabs Z and starts falling down a hill. Z hits a tree branch on the way down, making him lose consciousness, and drops his spear. They roll until they got to a flat surface. Toxin got up. Come on, Z. He then noticed that Z fell unconscious. This is bad. Toxin looks around, looking for any possible way to hide. Then he sees tree branches, rocks, vines. Then he sees a hole in the ground. Looks like we have no choice. Toxin drags Z's unconscious body into the hole. Then Toxin also went in and covered the entrance with leaves and a big branch. The robot Pegasus is flying down the hill. Z and Toxin went down. It lands on the ground. It starts scanning the area. We see a blue panel from the robot's scanning and showing all of the things around. Toxin is doing everything to not make a noise or a sound. The robot notices the spear. I forgot about Z's weapon. He starts to sweat. The robot Pegasus walks towards the hole. That was where Toxin and the unconscious Z were hiding. It steps right in front of the covered up hole. These leaves were where the leaves were moved. The robot is about to scan when mission complete comes on its screen. Return to blimp. It then flies off. That was close. Toxin then fell unconscious. As we see, he had also hit his head when he fell down the hill. We go back to Tom. The helicopter had stopped firing. We see Tom, who was hiding behind a table, but a bullet did get through and hit one of his hooves. This spot is not safe anymore. I better leave before they send someone to finish the job. He stands up, having an injured hoof. He looks at the lookout post's room and sees it's full of holes. The floor is barely holding together. He walks out of the room. I hope Z's alright. What would he say if he was here? Right, he would say, you need to see your daughter. That kid. He slowly walks down the stairs. Due to his hoof that is wounded, he's moving at a slow pace. When he gets to the second floor, a noise on the floor above him was heard. Did they land the helicopter to make sure the job was done? One of the robot Pegasus had landed in the room that the helicopter attacked. We see the robot Pegasus is black with red paint around its eyes. It scans the entire room for tracks. It scans and found that there are 2 sets of zebra footprints and 1 set of earth pony footprints. It ignores the earth pony's footprints. The first set of zebra footprints are still fresh. It sends the data back to the one watching. There were 3 of them there. This is bad. If the boss finds out, I'm so dead. He then starts to panic. He walks back and forth thinking what to do. This is bad. The other 2 ponies may be long gone by now. That's right. I said I detected 1 zebra pony. So as long as one of them dies and I keep this a secret, I can avoid being killed. He remembers what happened to the last person that failed him. That failed the person in charge. Flashback. We see most of the staff on the blimp brought to a room with glass showing another room. The room he's in has seats for them and monitors that have their symbol on it. There were about 25 earth ponies, 10 unicorns, and 5 Pegasus in uniforms in the room. Then a Pegasus made its way to him. Jackson! He looks at the Pegasus that called his name. It was a gray Pegasus with yellow cross eyes, and her mane is green. She hugs him. It's good to see you. Too, Muffin. She lets go and took her seat next to him. It has been some time since I saw you last. That's right, you're one of the few engineers on the blimp. Yes, and you're my only friend here. I know, and the only time we are not working is when it's night, or time to eat. Even then, the only ones allowed out at night are you and the other engineers. And Rex Farrow, which is the one in charge. The person in charge... I know, Jackson. Even when I work at night, the robot guards are around and watching me. I want to know when we'll be back. Listen, Muffin. After this mission, we are heading on. We'll head back, and after we get back, you will be assigned to a different area. They won't kill you because of how few engineers they have. She's shocked by what he said. Why did you say that? He's about to explain when the monitors change, showing the one in charge. If it isn't Rex Farrow, the leader of the blimp. They look at the monitor. Hello, all of you. Are probably wondering why I brought you all here. That would be because of this Pegasus. An old brown Pegasus is taken into the other room by two robot ponies. They drop him, then the two robot ponies leave the room and the door shuts behind them, locking immediately. Jackson says in his mind, "Wait, that's Steve." You're wondering why this Pegasus is currently in this room? Well, this Pegasus failed at a very important job. So his sentence to this room to where he'll have to survive 1 minute of being scorched with flames. If it was a small task, it would have not been so severe. And it would have doubled the work on top of it. But it seems that this Pegasus was a traitor all along, giving our information to someone else. But I am a generous leader. This Pegasus The Pegasus in the chamber looks over at the monitor through the window in the other room. So if you can survive 5 minutes of flames, I will let you live, and you'll be free from this blimp and our organization. All the ponies in the room are talking amongst themselves. There's no way you can survive 5 minutes there. It's too much. No one of us can withstand that much in time. One of the ones loyal to Rex Pharaoh. He's a traitor. He's getting what he deserves. Jackson is listening to all of this very carefully. Muffin goes to talk to Jackson. Do you know that person, Jackson? Yes, he works in my department. We scan for threats. Rex Pharaoh speaks. Now, calm down. It is time for your punishment. Slides in the wall start to lower, revealing flamethrowers. The Pegasus tries to say something. Wait, we can... The flamethrowers light up and release fire. A timer is then lowered from the ceiling of the room where all of the ponies were watching. The screams, "No, no, no!" as he's being scorched alive. The Pegasus inside can be heard. The Pegasus bangs on the glass. A lot of the numbers of the airship are horrified members by what they see as the Pegasus is smacking his hooves on the glass. Muffin hides behind Jackson, not wanting to look at the scene. All Jackson can do is look to the side. After 5 minutes, the flames stop. Let me out. It burns. The screams stopped along with the within 3 minutes ago. Let this be a lesson to all that want to betray or fail me. This could be you. Now back to work, or else you will see someone else be taught a lesson. Everyone is shocked but everyone quickly gets up and leaves to go back to their work. The flashback ends. Okay, focus on the zebra pony. Nervously, as he's trying to focus. As he gives the order to go after the one the nearest. New orders acquired. It starts to make its way down the stairs. Following the footprints, we go to Tom, who is on the floor below, the robot Pegasus. This is bad. If that thing finds me, I'm dead. Tom quickly tries to make his way to the exit, having his weapon out and ready. Just in case it turns into a fight. As he turns the corner, he sees the doors as bullets then start to fly right by his head. He quickly dives behind the desk up front, and we see the robot Pegasus on the stairs shooting its gun, hitting the desk he's currently hiding under. The desk. He thinks, what should he do? I can't get far away from that thing with my injury. Maybe I can distract it, as he tosses something into another room beside him, thinking he ran into the room. The robot didn't have a clear view since he was on the stairs. The robot Pegasus makes its way to the room, holding its gun firm. Tom quickly moves, stealthily crawling towards the door from behind the bullet-filled desk. Apparently, one of those bullets managed to hit him on the side. He ran out with all of his strength to get out of the building. Then a large sum of bullets came out from behind him, and he fell to the ground. The robot was not a fool. It had used heat vision to scan the room he had gone into and saw that Tom was making a way out the front. Tom still tries to crawl away. I need to survive. I need to see my little girl. And then the robot Pegasus fires at him, off with a bullet to the head, then sends a message to the other robot Pegasus saying the mission is complete. A few hours pass. The sun is rising. Z starts to wake up. Oh, my head. What happened? Ow. He hits his head on the top of the hole he's in. He looks over and sees Toxin's unconscious body. He checks on Toxin. Ow, he's just out cold. Then he remembers the village. He got out of the hole and ran to the village. He broke the branches as he got to the village. When he got there, the few buildings they had were on fire and destroyed. He walked through the one road they used. No, all the places here he had grown up knowing were destroyed. He's looking around, finding no one. He calls out for his sister and anyone still there. Zora! Any pony! He gets to the place her sister and her friends would be. It was an old tree house that now nothing but ashes remain. An image of Zora and her friends playing in the tree house appears in his mind. Z is more worried about Zora now. If not here, she must be at the house. He quickly runs to his house. Surprisingly, it was not on fire. He quickly heads inside and opens the door. He sees the place is ruined. Everything's a mess. Zora, are you here? He doesn't see or get a response. He quickly gets to his sister's room, hoping she's in there. He opens the door and looks around. The room is also a mess, and Zora is nowhere to be seen. He hits his hooves on the wall. No. Only if I had gotten here sooner. A few tears are running down his face. Then he hears a familiar voice from outside. Z, you in there? He goes down the stairs to see who it is. It was Toxin in the living room. "Oh, it's you," he said, in a sad tone. "What's wrong?" "I can't find my sister." Z walks around the room. "I didn't see any corpses, so maybe they got away? Did your village have a backup place to hide?" "Yes, but only the chief knew it." "Then you don't know?" "Yeah." "Well, then what should we do?" "Why are you asking me?" "Truth be told, you and Tom are the only ponies I talked to in about a year." "Well, that would explain why you tried to kill us." Toxin laughs. "Yeah, that would be the reason." "Yeah, probably not the best thing I've done." Z just stares at him. "You think everyone in the village is fine?" "I hope so." Toxin knows Z is upset. "Hey, let's go find your friend Tom after all. He should, still be at the lookout spot." "I forgot. But before we go, I need, to get something." "Alright, but you might, want to make it quick." "Why?" "Well, I had on my way. Been on my own for so long, and I know the fires are going to attract monsters." "Alright, I'll make it quick." "Oh, and here's your spear." Z grabs his spear from Toxin. "Thanks, Toxin. You're not such a bad guy after all." He heads up the stairs and goes to his room. Toxin does not know what to say. Z opens the door to his room and heads into his room. He heads to a hidden spot and pulls the device he was working on earlier. Good, it's still here. He puts it in his bag. He grabs a few more things and heads to the door. Before leaving, he stops and looks back and sees a photo of him and his sister as fillies. "I hope you're safe, sister, wherever you are." He closes the door. It's not time to cry. "Z, I hear monsters getting closer." He closes the door and heads down the stairs to see Toxin with a pistol out. "When did you get my pistol?" "When you fell unconscious." "Alright, but I want that back when we see Tom." "I'm fine with that." As footsteps are heard, what was that? They look out the window and sees a chimera. "Great, now how do we get out of here?" "Wait, the secret door." "What are you talking about, Z?" "The secret door is a hidden way out my dad made when I was a filly. It was also his way to sneak out without Mom knowing. Whatever gets us out of here works for me. It's better than being chimera food." Z goes to the closet. In the room, how is a closet a secret way out? Just look. He opens the closet and moves the fake wood, revealing a hole. "Okay, I see. The chimera hits the house and goes to look inside. You want to stay and probably be the chimera's lunch, or do you want to get in the hole?" "No, let's get out of here." They go inside the hole. The chimera didn't see them. They came out of a tree far away from the house. "Alright, let's go find Tom." They slowly leave to not alert monsters to them. "Looks like we got away, right, Z?" Toxin looks at Z and sees his head down when they're walking. "So what was your village like?" Z looks at Toxin. "It was a small village, about 20 of us. Mostly zebra ponies, a unicorn, and 3 Pegasus. I was one of the lookout guards for the village, as you know." Toxin gives a blank face. Of course I know, you captured me. You're right. So why are you so worried about your sister? Z says, or Toxin says. She's my only family I have left. My mother passed away some time ago. My father also left some time ago. I'm sorry for your loss. It's fine. Also, as I said, she passed away some time ago. And about your father, he's been missing for a long time. So I've been taking care of her ever since. How about you? Well, I have a dad, but I don't see eye to eye with him. Last I talked to him was years ago. So, what is your sister like? Helpful and looks out for me when I'm working on other stuff. What stuff? Z looks at his bag. It's just some old objects. I like to keep them. Okay. Hey, look! They look at the lookout spot. Nothing but rubble remains. Both of them run to the, rubble. Z shouts out for Tom. Tom! Tom, where are you? Please respond. Toxin gestures to where the front of the building was. His eyes squint at the sight of what he saw. Z, I found your friend. Toxin looks away. Where? As he turns the corner, his eyes widen. Tom. He runs over to him. What they see is Tom's body, covered in blood and full of bullet holes. Come on, wake up! He tries to wake him up. Tears falling from his eyes. You have to see your daughter. He's dead, Z. No, he can't be. Well, he is. Why are you so calm? This is not the first time I've seen someone die. What? Tears visible on his face. It's survival of the fittest. Survival or to be killed in this world. Are you saying yes? Your home probably was one of the few safe villages left out there. What do you mean? I will explain, but first, let's bury your friend first. They bury Tom. May you rest, Tom. You looked out for me and my sister for so long. So I will find your daughter and help her. Well, time to go, Z. Well, where to, Z? Give me a second. Z goes to Tom's grave and puts something there. All right, let's go east. And you better, answer them. Those questions. Don't worry, I'll tell you on the way. We go back to Tom's grave. The photo of Z, Zora, and Tom's Pegasus daughter. Anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed episode 1. Make sure to like and subscribe. It will be a while before episode 2 drops, but hopefully y'all like this series, and make sure to like and subscribe.